time for the top 10, and I'm kicking it off right here with number 10, Achillion Pharmaceuticals. Get this, plunging nearly 58% as the drug developer says regulators would keep a clinical hold in place on its study of hepatitis C drug. The FDA says researchers have observed abnormal liver results in patients using that medicine. That obviously is not good.
Number 9 is eBay, down slightly after losing a bid to dismiss a lawsuit alleging the company violated antitrust laws by agreeing not to hire people away from Intuit. The government claims that the handshake agreement was arrived at and refined by eBay executives, as well as Intuit's former CEO from 2006 to 2008, to restrict recruiting and hiring each other's workers.
All right, and at number 8, Johnson Controls falling about 2.5% today. Morgan Stanley cutting the stock to underweight from overweight, saying expectations are too high heading into the analyst day on December 18th. The firm says the company's turnaround, quote, still holds promise, though, and the path to get there is, quote, neither clear nor easy. Adam?
Buffalo Wild Wings up nearly 2% today, touching an all-time high. Wedbush boosting the restaurant operator's price target, citing stable chicken wing costs. The firm is also raising the stock's target to $135 from $120, maintaining an outperform. Julie Hyman, I like my wings hot. Hotter the better.
Have you had Buffalo Wild Wings?
Oh, yeah, they're good. I wish they were even hotter, but, you know, that's why we got hot sauce on the side.
We'll have to get the CEO on, and you can CEO on.
Love it.
Have a discussion.
I'll leave them on air.
Number 6 is, that would be messy, Active Network, up 25% after the enterprise software company agreed to be acquired by a private equity firm for about $1.1 billion. Active Network, a leading provider of software that companies and other enterprises use to manage their events and various corporate functions.
All right, and number 5, Delta down just a fraction today. The airline is equipping 11,000 pilots with the Microsoft Surface 2. The tablets will replace heavy paper-based flight kits containing operations manuals and other reference materials in the cockpit. Delta says the move will, quote, make it greener. But hello, isn't the whole message from the airlines turn off your wireless devices?
Oh, that's about to change, Olivia Sterns. FAA actually says that sometime later this year, they will consider letting people use their electronic devices, even during takeoffs and landings.
Well, it sounds like the pilots are already going to use these.
Well, to me, it shouldn't have been Delta, shouldn't have been number 5. I think Microsoft should have been number 5. I mean, this seems like it's a pretty big contract for Microsoft.
Yeah, and finally, the Surface 2 gets a little love because this thing has been struggling.
Yeah.
Here's my bet that they went with that instead of the iPad because you got the actual keyboard, right? Because it's kind of hard to, you know, type if you're piloting.
You can get a keyboard with the iPad.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, Chipotle moving up 2% as Morgan Stanley upgrades the burrito chain to overweight from equal weight. The firm predicts the stock will climb to nearly $500, helped by more customers, strong pricing power, and a new chain of Asian restaurants. Only problem is their food's not hot enough for me either.
Wow, you have no problem here.
I like the heat.
Number 3 is Philip Morris. The stock is down 1%. The cigarette seller has agreed to buy a stake in an Algerian tobacco maker for $625 million. The acquisition gives Philip Morris, which gets all of its sales outside the U.S. now, a greater presence in Northern Africa.
And at number 2, JCPenney down once again today, this time almost 3% as Maxim Group cuts the retailer to hold from a buy, citing weakness in retail sales and accelerating cash burn. Ouch. Maxim views the shares as, quote, extremely risky following news of JCPenney's public stock offering last week.
And it's happening as you're hearing the closing bell here on Wall Street. Stocks well off the low. It brings us to number 1, Brookfield Office, up more than 13%. The commercial landlord getting an offer from Brookfield Properties to buy the 49% stake it doesn't already own. This deal, valued at about $5 billion, would create one of the biggest global commercial real estate companies in the world.